How's it going, folks? In this video, we talk about what's new in iOS 14.4 beta, which includes the new handoff functionality that utilizes the U1 Ultra Wideband chip for an even better experience. Check it out. So this is how the handoff functionality has worked up until now with the HomePod. You basically place your iPhone right next to your HomePod, and it would hand off music from your iPhone to your HomePod and vice versa. Like that. And you get the nice banner notification, a little bit of haptic feedback, and that was about it. That's about the extent of it. Now, you could also use this to hand off phone calls as well. But Apple, with the HomePod Mini, has implemented the U1 Ultra Wideband chip, which brings forth spatial awareness. So in other words, your iPhone equipped with the U1 chip knows exactly where your HomePod Mini is, and it's able to detect device locations within about 10 centimeters. So we're talking like extremely accurate location awareness and spatial awareness thanks to the U1 chip. So now that the HomePod Mini has it, your iPhone has it, these two devices can work together to pull off an even better handoff experience. And that's what iOS 14.4 brings to the table. This was demonstrated back at Apple's iPhone 12 event, and we're just now getting it. Apple promised this functionality would be available by the end of the year. I wouldn't say they're going to make that timetable, just given the fact that we're just now getting this in the first iOS 14.4 beta, and it's almost 2021 already. But given how prolific Apple has been this year, I think we can give them a pass. So here's how it works. Here's my HomePod Mini. Here's my iPhone. And you can see as I move closer, you see the light on top of the HomePod Mini intensify in brightness. You'll also feel a subtle vibration from the Taptic engine that intensifies as you get closer to your HomePod Mini, just like that light. And you see the banner notification at the top of the screen that gets larger as you get closer. So here's a closer look at the banner at the top of the screen. It tells you the name of the HomePod. It gives you the track title, the artist name. It also even gives you a little bitty album artwork there of the song that's playing. Now, if you get close enough to your HomePod, it will auto expand, but you can expand it manually just by tapping that banner. And when you expand it, there you go. You get the new handoff interface with full album artwork. At the top, you get the name of the HomePod. You get a button to transfer the song, and I've had mixed results with that so far. Again, this is still in beta. So below the album artwork, which again also shows you the source of the album, which is the music app, you have your track title, you have your artist name, you have the album name, and then you have the full transport controls below. So like I said, there's also the familiar AirPlay button. You can tap on that to change your music output destination if you want to do that. So, I mean, a pretty full-featured Handoff UI. It isn't perfect just yet. There's still some work to be done. For instance, that transfer button doesn't always work, and it doesn't have any sort of animation to acknowledge that you actually press the button. Maybe that's a placeholder. Maybe Apple has other plans, and this is obviously still a work in progress. So it will no doubt get better with each beta that is released. But the cool thing is the spatial awareness. As you get closer to your HomePod Mini, your phone increasingly vibrates, and then it will automatically pop that notification open to full screen view as you get closer to your HomePod Mini. And that's what you see right here. So again, you can control playback directly from this interface, scrub through using your transport controls, change the volume, go back, go forward, etc. Just like you would expect, right? And I noticed that this card is basically like an extension of the Home app. So if you actually scroll down, you get some of the Home app settings there, but none of those are accessible, at least in this beta. So the spatial awareness is just really cool. Notice how when I move up and down that the banner changes and I get more vibration as I get closer, and the banner gets a little larger as I move closer as well, and eventually will pop into full screen view. Pretty awesome stuff there. Here's a closer look at that banner. Again, gives you the name of the HomePod, gives you the track title, the song title, and even a really, really tiny microscopic piece of album artwork there as well. The Set Wallpaper Action in the Shortcuts app, which was actually brought back for iOS 14.3, gets a tiny little upgrade here in iOS 14.4. So when we check out the Set Wallpaper Action, notice when you tap Show More, you now have the option to toggle on perspective zoom. So you know perspective zoom, aka the parallax effect. You can toggle that on or off for the wallpapers that are set using Set Wallpaper. And then finally, there is a new accessibility option for VoiceOver. If you go into Settings, Accessibility, VoiceOver, go to Rotor Actions, you'll see a new direct Touch Apps section. Now, it doesn't appear to be working just yet, but once it does, Direct Touch will allow VoiceOver to control an app directly without requiring more interaction. Now, the reason why I say I don't think it works yet is because when you set the apps, you exit and then you go back in, those apps are cleared out. So I don't think the functionality is quite there yet, but we can kind of understand what it does just from the description and what direct typing does when you enable it via the rotor input here in VoiceOver. So the rotor is basically like a little knob. You turn it with 2 fingers like this. And then when you're typing, there's a direct typing option that you have. So I'm guessing that direct touch for apps allows you to interact with an app directly without going through VoiceOver. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Of course, you don't have that on the prior version of iOS. So ladies and gentlemen, that is a look at iOS 14.4. Have you found other features? Let me know what you guys think. What do you think about the new handoff functionality? Share your thoughts down below in the comments. This is Jeff with the 9 to 5 Mac.